Kind of Wonderful Thing is a movie about a young woman who finds out she has cancer and her struggle to try and hide that from her family. The biggest inspiration was a song by a band called Guster called What You Wish For. The song has a very upbeat feel to it, and then listening to the actual lyrics, you realize it's actually a pretty sad and depressing song. So it's the idea of having what appears on the surface to be funny or upbeat, but underneath it, it's really sad and depressing.
It can be funny when times are sad, and it can be really sad when times are funny. It's kind of the comedy part of it, is that this is how life is.
You come here often?
No, I don't come here often.
Anna Molly? The doctor's ready for you now.
Anna Molly is a young woman who finds out that she has pancreatic cancer.
She's terminally diagnosed, and so she doesn't know how long she has left to live, but she knows it's not long. Work is her escape. She goes to work so that she doesn't have to be home, sitting in this depressing house that she lives in, feeling sorry for herself. She goes to work, she has a friend there, and she forgets the fact that she's dying.
She's the type of girl who just doesn't want to tell her family, because what's the point? And just goes along with what she's comfortable with in her world, with this reality that has hit her in the face. Anna is a completely different person than I am. I really don't see myself on screen. When you do play a character, you're within the head of that character the entire time, so when you watch it, you can actually separate yourself from that character and watch it with ease and watch it with totally different eyes as an audience as opposed to the person that you played. Eat, sleep, drink, work, and that's what she does in order to feel normal. And so when things change, it's really uncomfortable for her, with her dysfunctional family, with this new neighbor moving in, with finding out that she has cancer. It all comes crashing down on her. I'm not gonna pay for your stuff. I'm not gonna cover for you with the cops.
Yeah, the cops?
Yeah?
You know, that wasn't just me, Miss Vodka and Disorderly.
I love all the characters in the movie. It's very hard. I love how different they are, yet the siblings have a little bit of relatable characteristics.
Where's Anna?
I don't know. She's probably sleeping. Aren't most people sleeping this time of day?
It is noon. No one's bringing in the mail?
That was your job, remember? I rubbed Mom's feet, and you brought in the mail.
What are you doing? Don't you know it's a felony offense to read other people's mail?
Federal.
What?
It's a federal offense.
Whatever.
I think the only one who's really grown up is Sarah, and I don't think she really grew up either. I think she's still trying to take care of them because her mom took off. And so now she's forced into this mother role, which she didn't ask for. And so she's angry. She's angry at her mom for forcing her into this position, and she just takes it out on Anna because it's Anna's fault that Dad died.
You were supposed to die in that accident. It was some miracle. You lived. And Dad died.
But that's Sarah's perspective. So one thing I try and do in all of my films is not to make one perspective correct. Anna's perspective is why don't you love me? Why does nobody love me? And Sarah's perspective is that, you know, it's not because we don't love you, it's because you're impossible to love. But what's the truth? The truth really is a combination of that, is that Sarah can't love, and Anna doesn't let anyone love her because she shut herself off. She's completely shut down, so she won't let anybody in. And then that's reflective in the dinner date scene with the neighbor.
I've never really met anyone that I really wanted to get to know.
You wanted to get to know me?
I think so.
We didn't have a big crew. We didn't have a big budget. It was very low budget. The crew mostly consisted of me.
We were Swiss Army knives the entire time, Jay and I. And So there's a scene where we have Jay pushing a dolly and focusing and holding, I think it was holding a boom as well at the same time.
If I'm filming a scene with two people talking, for example, and we do it in singles, Erica would be holding the boom while I'm filming Ed, and then we'd flip it around, and Ed would hold the boom while Erica's doing delivering her lines.
You play that one-man band when you have not much of a budget.
Actually, no. For a bulk of the filming, we had a few people come out to help us: Kenny Wong, Kyle Greer, Adam Stevenson, Mike Enns, Mark Rawarda, Nick Merca also helped us out quite a bit.
There's a lot of bloopers where we just couldn't stop laughing. You know it's a good set when you can't stop laughing.
Good.
Failing.
Anna, did you find what you were looking for? Anna. Anna. Anna.
Action.
Where is he?
The premiere at Brock was the epitome of why I'm doing this now.
And that was our first public screening, and it was pretty awesome. Like, we had the big red carpet and everything, and we had a lot of local businesses help support us. That way, we had Henley Honda come out, and so instead of all the cast and crew coming up in limos, we had them all come up in Hondas. Score Promotions gave us some goodie bags, so everyone who came, like, bought a ticket to the movie, walked away with like a bag full of t-shirts and posters. So before the movie, we had an hour and a half where we just screened a bunch of short films and a bunch of commercials and music videos that we did in the theater, but it was like a mingling thing, so you'd come in and have a drink and stuff like that, and so Coppola sponsored that.
It's one thing to shoot a movie, it's another thing to show it in front of that many people and show all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into that film. You have no idea what's gonna happen. You have no idea how many people are gonna show up. You have no idea if people are gonna like it. People loved it. People absolutely loved it, and I think that moment when the credits roll up and everybody is like, their eyes are all watering and they're smiling, and it's just the energy in the room, you will never be able to duplicate that. It's what you do it for, is that premiere.
I feel great. I think people are going to love it. I think people hear the word local and they take that as a negative. But I think they're going to find out tonight that that's not true.
The one thing that people have been saying was, I didn't realize it would be that good as a local film. And that says a lot. In all honesty, I hope that nobody ever says that again. You know, like, I feel like it should be like, oh, I expected it to be good because it's a local film. I think a kind of wonderful thing is a milestone to the filmmaking in Niagara, because it is proof that we can do so much with the community. Because if it wasn't for the community, it would have been a failure.
All movies should have some sort of a message, but I think what's great about films is that you can do things in a way that allow the viewer to take away whatever they want from it.
Okay. It's alright now. Yeah. It's okay. It's alright now. Yeah. La la la. La 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 la. It's okay.